Hello, America and the rest of the world out there on YouTube land. This is Brother Allen Angeli coming to you from his apartment again. This is, hopefully it's going to be a quick little video. The subject of this video, well, it's easy. It's, the video that I'm going to be talking about today comes from the Next News Network. The title is Alert! Omar unmasked, busted at Antifa riots trying to hide their treason with masks. And at the Trump rally in Minnesota, which from what I saw was rocking, it was awesome. There was some Antifa members and other protesters there, and they were, as usual, the liberals were stealing things. They were snatching Make America Great Again hats off people, and they stole about 40 of them and had a bonfire. And who was there? Who else? Except Little Miss Ilhan Saeed Al-Hamid. Yes, that's her real name. You can look it up. And her latest love interest, and they were actively engaging in sedition. Given her, where she's at in the government, I'd call it treason, but I get why, Gary Facchese called it sedition. This is someone who's supposed to be a lawmaker, and yet she's using taxpayer money, not our money, taxpayer money, to go to an Antifa protest against our president, our duly elected president. Now, anyone can protest. That's one of the great things about our country. But you kind of expect Congress people to have more decorum and not go to a protest against our president. You would rather them try to get the person out through legal means, through endorsing a candidate to run against them in the next election, that type of thing. The fact that her and her latest love interest were there, both of which were engaging in the act of sedition. I mean, that right there should say a lot. When you couple that with the fact of how she acts actively against the United States' best interest, but yet in the interest of her native land and other places where they have high Muslim population, and you can see that she is clearly, she has broken the oath that she took when she immigrated here. Because in that oath, it states that, she cuts ties from her homeland. She's not going to work for her native country and everything, but she will work for the best interest of the U.S. and stuff, basically. I've known a few people who've taken it, and I get think of the exact wording right now, but that's basically it. And yet, pardon me, I'm just kind of waking up. She has broken not only that oath, but the oath she took the day she became a freshman congressperson. Why do I say she's using taxpayer money? Because she's not just there by herself or with her boyfriend. No. She is there with her security detail. That means that the Secret Service agents who guard her were there as well and forced to stand in that crowd and listen to that garbage because she was there and they had a job to do. So I do not fault the agents guarding her. They did their job. In fact, I will applaud them for doing their job. But they never should have been put in that position. The person I blame for that is Ilhan and her little boy toy. It boils down to this in my book. When it comes to America, once you take an oath, it becomes real simple. You're either with us or you're fucking against us. If you're against us, well, it makes our jobs real easy. You can either change your mind and become a spy for us, or that's a wrap. Because if you're against us, you're the enemy. If you're the enemy, well,
you die.
Use your imagination on what happens. Just give a look at Hitler and anyone else we've ever went against. America, in the end, America always wins. You don't believe me? Look at what's going on now with Kim Jong-un. We're going to win. We're going to win that one too. Yeah, alright, they beat us in technically. But in the long game, we'll win because they'll come to capitalism too. You see, Ilhan's religion that she's supposedly into, Muslim, is all about making the world Muslim. They're about world domination. However, if she was to have done a quarter of the shit that she has done in this country, in her home country, her ass would have been dead the first time. The first time. There would have been no getting a divorce. There would have been no religious separation. No. She committed adultery. Therefore, under the Quran, she, not the man, not what happened to the man, but she would be either stoned to death or, if she was extremely lucky, imprisonment forever. But yet, she ran from Somalia after we helped get her daddy out of power. She ran here with a different family, changed her last name, and ran here. Then to get her brother here so that he could start a terrorist training camp for children in New Mexico. and probably other places that we just haven't found out about yet. What'd she do? She commits immigration fraud by marrying her brother. Now, in the Quran, that's okay. But what she did next is not okay. She cheated on him with the guy that she married, her second husband. Then she cheats on him with a white guy, a white Christian guy, or at least non-Muslim. Alright, one, she cheated on her husband. She didn't obey him. Two, it was with an infidel. Three, it was with the white man. Those three right there, she would have been stoned to death in her native country. I should know. I've been there. Plus, I've studied the Quran. Now, her actions show that she's actively working against not only the best interest of this country, but against our Constitution and against our laws. But she is working to push Sharia law. Well, I got one simple thing to say. She's got to fucking go. She's got to be kicked out of office. And if she's lucky, sentenced to prison. But she's a traitor. And we all know what happens to people who are traitors.
Hang 'em high.
On the level that she is.
Shoot her.
They're dead. Personally, I'd like to see it televised. To give the fucking other traitors a little dose of, hey, you fucking commit treason, you'll be televised as we kill you. That's a good deterrent for people who'd want to fucking do something like that.
Traitor fuck.
But
bitch. Go back to Somalia and die.
I know that won't happen. However, so, I'll be happy with her being locked up for the rest of her life. Or at least 10 to 20 years. I could live with that there's a consequence to her actions.
Yeah, she'll have a lot of girlfriends.
But the fact that, she has the ovaries to go to an Antifa protest. I mean, she tried to cover her face, and so did her boyfriend, but you could see her boyfriend pull down his mask. For whatever reason, he pulled it down where you could see this part of his face. So, and you can hear a Secret Service agent say, we are here to guard the representative. That is why we are here. And she wasn't with the side that was protesting through, I guess you'd call it dance. I don't know what. They didn't have any music and they were weird, but whatever. No. See, they were doing nonviolent. No. She wasn't with the nonviolent. She was with the people that were stealing hats and burning them. Thus making it a violent act. So she wasn't with the nonviolence. She was with the violent. Which, personally, I think makes it all the worse, but that's just me. Either way, this is proof positive of her breaking her oath of office, and there's been several cases, where she broke her oath of citizenship, as well as breaking the law with the FCC violations, the money laundering she's going through. Come on. We need to get her out. It is time for her legally to be out. Well, that's all I got to say for this video. Until next time, as I always say, for yourself. Do your own research on anything that someone tells you. Research it yourself. Hell, everything I've said in this video, research yourself. Down below will be a link to the full description of the video that I've mentioned. And if you like what I've had to say, which you must, you've come to this part of the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, subscribe. I do have a Patreon account. I need to start putting that in my description. It's Brad Hensley at Patreon. Just go to Patreon/Brad Hensley. And if you can leave a few bucks, cool. If you can't, that's cool. But like, share this video with everyone, and it's the only way I'm going to get out there. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.